Welcome back, everyone. Couchsurfing Podcast, Season 3, Episode 4. We're back. We're going to start off with a fun little thing. A game, an app that I found.
A game or an app?
You may already know it. Who knows? Alright.
Be real.
Which still, if you're not on Be Real yet, download it. I need you to think of a character or a person, whether that's a real person from a book, TV show, movie, stuff like that, or a real person in like this world, like real life, dead or alive, just anything like that. Anyone that comes to mind, real or fake. Think of someone, but try to at least pick someone that's pretty obscure, like not like a basic person, like LeBron James or something. Pick someone that's a little bit obscure, but at least I need you to know like a little bit of facts about them. Okay.
I can try.
You know what I mean? Like
I think I have a person. I don't want to say that.
All right.
I'm gonna know.
All right.
No,
You ready?
Kidding.
You got something? We can do it.
We'll see what
we can
happens.
do it twice. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
No. Is your character male?
Yeah.
I knew it. Does your character really exist? Meaning, like they're a real person in Earth, our universe? No. Okay. Does your character have human skin?
Yeah.
I don't like how you're. Is your character from Japanese anime? Japanese anime. It's anime.
I don't think so.
That may be a question, but Japanese.
No.
Okay. Has your character been in a movie?
No.
It's thinking. Is your character a genie?
No.
Is your character from a video game?
Yeah.
Does your character use guns?
Yeah.
Is your character from the Call of Duty franchise?
No.
Does your character ride horses?
No.
Yes, probably. Don't know. Probably not. No. Those are your things. It's always best to say yes or no.
No.
Is your character from Battle Royale game?
No.
Does your character fight amongst monsters?
That's a strange question. Can I say maybe?
Nah. It's like, does your character fight against monsters?
No.
No. Okay. Is your character from a GTA franchise?
No.
I thought this was where we were going.
I'm taking this too literally.
That's fine. Is your character from a first-person shooter?
No.
Do you control your character?
Yeah.
Does your character have dark hair?
No.
Does your character have hair?
Yeah.
Does your character fight with a sword?
No.
Does your character have orange hair?
Dang, now I'm getting... I think.
I say probably. Is your character from a mobile game?
No.
Is your character an adult man? Above 18?
Depends. No.
Not adult man.
No.
Okay. Is your character linked with Nintendo?
No.
Is your character usually wear green?
Oh, man. I think.
Does your Does your character rap?
No.
Is your character an adult?
No.
It starts with kind of
see.
re-asking questions. Is your character from a 2D game?
No.
Is your character from a multiplayer game?
No. I probably messed up on like
Maybe.
a question or two.
Live in a school dorm?
No.
I don't know, man.
I'm stumping it.
Yeah. Is your character from a horror game?
No.
Associated with funk?
No.
It says it knows, and it's gonna guess. So it's getting its answer together.
This is pretty wild.
I'd be very surprised
Yeah, it's been a long time. Obviously.
So pretty much what it is this game called like Akatar or Ankatar or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like it's an AI.
Yeah.
New AI game that came out where you can do character like people or objects, or animals. It's just like the 20 questions game, like the little ball that you can guess from, and it's pretty good for the most part. Every time I use it, I feel like it's pretty good, even when I try to stump it. I have found when I ask other people questions and stuff, it messes up because other people are thinking too literal or like they're. I don't know.
I'll be interested.
There's no way this is it. I've actually never even heard of this person. It says Timmy, 60-second survival.
No.
Yeah, there's no way.
The character that I was thinking of was Jack from Jack and Dexter.
Jack and Dexter, what's that?
Look up. Now this will make it much easier because now I'll be able to see what color his hair is. And I don't think...
Oh, wait. So I said no, I don't want to continue. This said, by chance, was it any one of these other people?
Yeah, it was Jack from Jack and Dexter. And his hair is more, I guess, green or blonde.
Interesting. Yeah, he has green hair.
See, and I was thinking that his hair was orange and he wore green, like... But that's what I mean. I definitely messed that up. But
That's what I was saying. Like, I tell people, like, try to pick a obscure person, but I need you to, like, know stuff about them.
Yeah.
That's what it comes out to.
In the see, that's like from the third game, maybe the first game. He was definitely like a kid. Like he was.
The cat's on crack right now. Did Grace give it like drugs, cat?
I fed my cats treats before I came, so maybe it smells them on my fingers.
Maybe. Jesus.
But yeah, the first game he was like definitely a kid, and then by the fourth game, he was like basically an adult. So that's why I was like, which one? Like in that, I think he was probably like 16 or 17.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's do a real person. I want you to think of a real person that you know. It doesn't have to be Turkish girl. Let's just see.
Okay, I just need to know a lot about him.
Yeah. For the most part.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Can anybody, like, or how famous do they have to be? Like,
it's gotten some YouTubers, like vloggers.
Okay.
That,
well, yeah, I got one that I could probably get.
Oh, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. We'll give it one more try.
They're pretty popular at this moment.
Got it. So, from Star Wars?
No.
Stand on two legs?
Yeah.
Is it a girl?
No.
Are they real?
Yeah.
Famous YouTuber?
No, I wouldn't say famous YouTuber.
But they're a YouTuber?
No, not really, but...
That's fine, if they're not YouTube. Do they have kids?
Oof. Dang.
Don't know.
Dang, yeah, I don't know.
That's fine. Does your character play team sports?
No.
Is your character dead?
No.
Create music?
No.
An actor?
No.
Live in America?
Yeah.
Part of a TV series?
No.
Own a company?
Yeah.
Linked with cars?
No.
Bald?
No.
Associated with technology?
Yeah.
Linked to Microsoft?
Not Microsoft.
It's thinking.
I like when it thinks.
It's really thinking.
This is interesting though, because I have.
Is your character linked with video games?
No.
Character associated with outer space?
No.
Curly hair?
No.
Character became famous thanks to the internet.
Famous thanks to the internet. That's kind of... Sure. I think we'll say yeah.
Character older than 50?
they had to pick 50. If they said 40, I'd say almost like. I think so. I think they're older than 50.
Glasses?
No.
I don't know, dude. It's not feeling good. You're stumping it again. Does your character deliver things?
Deliver things?
Yeah.
What are they, like Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Did your character run for president?
No.
It's all over the place. It's gone. Is your character fat?
No.
Bald?
No.
Web developer?
Web developer. We'll say yeah.
Is your character from the game Roblox?
No.
From Facebook?
No.
It's guessing. It said Larry Page from Google.
No.
It's so off.
It was Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy. It's a publicly traded company. MSTR is the ticker. He's the CEO. Talks about Bitcoin a lot.
No. Must not be famous enough.
Must not be famous enough.
Yeah, I'm saying no, and it's giving me all the other ones. And it's giving me, like, it's asking, was it Steve Jobs, Jeffrey Epstein, Jake from State Farm, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. I was wondering because, like, Michael Saylor is prominent in, like, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And sort of, like, financial markets because of, like, his company, he was the first person to put Bitcoin as their primary treasury asset on their balance sheet.
Yeah.
First publicly traded company. So, like, and I think he started in 2020 and has, like, close to $4 billion worth.
Jeez.
Well, I don't know what it would actually be valued at now, but basically has about $4 billion that he spent on it. But
well, you're smarter than AI.
that's
what it seems like.
That's good to know.
Seems like you're stumping. Seems like AI is not smart enough yet to take over our lives.
It can't take over my life at least.
No.
No.
You're
That's
unpredictable.
Funny,
that's what it is. AI cannot guess.
I probably
what your
should
next moves
know
are.
more things though too. I probably threw it off with
Yeah.
that.
It may not know that. Like, I feel like people, like, for this to be able to guess people, that's like,
Famous.
yeah, it's
Like,
gotta be like pretty
big name.
famous. Yeah. Probably like over like 1 million subscribers on YouTube or something. I bet it'd be like.
See, but that's crazy because, like, there's definitely videos that he's in that have way over millions of views.
But is it his channel?
Yeah, that's it. Like, he
I
doesn't
think that's
have
what
a
it is.
channel.
Yeah. Then he's not a YouTuber.
No.
Like, he wouldn't classify
Exactly.
himself as a YouTuber. Yeah.
That's what I was like, well, no, but I mean, he's on a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
I almost can't, I personally, which I get that I'm in an echo chamber, but, like, I can't scroll through without seeing things about him.
Yeah. So, but work in progress. We'll see.
So, what I'm interested in is, do you know anything about
ChatGPT?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
ChatGPT.
I use it at work.
Well, so explain it to me. I'm interested because, like, I have seen almost probably like
Trade. What's the next best option or like best stock to pick? No.
No, I'm just like interested because I see a lot of things on YouTube about like how to leverage ChatGPT to make money and this and that, and like
Yeah.
I haven't watched a single thing about it because it was one of those things that like came up out of nowhere on my feed. And then that's all that was in my feed.
I would flood it.
So I was like, well, as soon as I first saw it, since I didn't click on it, and then after that happened and I never watched any of it, I'm like, I'm not watching any of it.
Yeah, YouTube's been pushing it hard.
This
it
is
blew
like,
up. It got so popular.
Yeah.
But pretty much, it's called ChatGPT. Golf Bravo Tango.
GBT, not GPT?
I think it's GB. Boy. Is it GP? Really? Every time, I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like I type it in all the time. Is it ChatGPT? Uh-oh. We'll see what happens here.
Well, I'm confused.
It's GPT. You're correct.
Because you know what's funny? Because I said GBT.
That's right.
Because there's a stock ticker that's GBTC.
Okay. So it's GP.
Chat GPT.
PT. Got it. But we use it at work sometimes for like certain things. But before we get there, all it is this new AI tool that came out that's free to use online, but like the server you have to keep refreshing to hopefully get into the server and then be able to use it. And if you like stop using it for like 2 minutes, you get kicked off. So it lets like someone else on. But it's just this new AI that came out, and AI is artificial intelligence. So you can just ask it questions and it will answer them. And you can give it commands and it will do them. Commands such as where I saw it get really popular is with coding. You can ask it to code for like a website in this type of language. You want it to do this. So code it out, and it will code it out, and then you copy and paste and it works. It's like really weird. You can also you can copy and paste a job description. So this is how we use it. Or I've seen people use it. You can copy and paste a job description from a manager that's like a full page long of like all these others, or like 2 pages long. Tons of things about the job and everything. And you can tell it to, from the job description above, give or put out 10 like screening questions to ask candidates about this job. And it'll spit out 10 questions from that. Or you can put in all like just bullet points of a job description that you have trying to find someone, and you can say write a 135 or under 135 word job description using the information above, and it will write out like perfectly. People use it for cover letters. They'll literally using the job description above write a 1-page cover letter, and they'll do it. And it'll write it out like flawlessly. It's great. It's just wild like how much you can do and put into it, and it'll spit out. It is blocked for any type of, like if you were to ask it, who's the Super Bowl? Eagles and Chiefs.
I got Eagles for sure. That's
Eagles.
all I
don't know who either. But if you just asked it, Eagles or Chiefs, that's what you asked, it wouldn't tell you. Because it says because it sees that as you're asking it like betting, so that is blocked. I think saying any type of financial advice, I believe it's blocked in there.
What should I trade today?
Like yeah, pretty much like yeah. I don't even think it will let you pick, like it won't like randomize, like if you're just like pick one of these stocks, and like, you're like
no,
not doing that. That's like a blocked feature on it, but it's pretty good.
Could you use a VPN to use it? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know, but it's crazy how
that is pretty interesting.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's other ways to do it. Like I said, people are using it for coding.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the videos, but I was seeing like videos about like how to make $1,000 a day using ChatGPT and whatnot, and I was like,
but people are using. So the other thing is like I said, cover letter. People are now using this in college.
Yeah.
For book reports, put it that way. You can literally say, write a 3-page book report on the book Pride and Prejudice. You can in this style language with this many. You can get like really tight of like this many paragraphs like in it, and hit it, and it'll write a full paper for you out. Copy, paste, send it. And there's no plagiarism like marks that come up.
Because they can't, yeah.
It's wild.
So it'll produce, like, if you give it pretty similar rules, will it produce, like, let's say, for example, you wanted to write an essay on Pride and Prejudice that's 3 pages that has, let's just say, X number of paragraphs in this writing style, and then you did the same thing but with like, I don't know, the same criteria essentially, but like with one little thing changed, it'll produce 2 completely different essays. And like, what if does it produce different essays if you use the same criteria?
Yeah, you can
twice.
People will use it
like
too.
If you use the same criteria as I use, will it give us 2 different?
I think it will, but
that's interesting
if it does. But people will put in like a full study, or like not a study guide, but they'll put in people like make study guides out like stuff. Like they'll like put it on and make me a study guide of 100 questions, given all this information, and it puts it out. And the people have like really solid study guides.
Oh my gosh.
You can do, I mean, I don't know if you ever had this in college, but it was, like discussion response things. Like, there's a topic or something, you're supposed to write, like, have a discussion about it. So you post something, and then you're supposed to reply back to two people's, like, discussions.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. So you can literally just copy someone's discussion, put it in there, and, like, respond to this discussion in a positive way. And, like, agreeing with it or something. And it will put out, like, a paragraph, and then you copy paste, put it in.
I see.
Like, you can do math.
That's...
You can do math. You can put a whole math problem. You can do your trigonometry in college calculus problem. Put it in there, and it'll spit out the answer with all the work and steps. Dude,
that's crazy.
It's
wow. And you're saying that you have to refresh to try to get on the server?
Yeah, like you get kicked off if you don't use it, if you're not on it constantly.
Imagine when it's sort of just more like the internet where you can just be on it.
Well, that's the thing. Like the education system is really concerned about this because
they should have been concerned a long time ago when the internet got released.
There's just like no need for
the
studying side of stuff. It's like
I'm smiling because I think that it's like hilarious. I can understand the concern, and I don't know if I know the right answer, but from my point of view, it's like this really started happening a long time ago, and there were easy ways to, like, you can't have your cell phone for tests or things like that. Like, we basically all have, if you have a cell phone, I should say, not everybody, but if you have a cell phone, you have access to just about all the information in the world.
Oh, yeah.
People a few hundred years ago spent an enormous amount of money just acquiring books to have a library with all the information that we can find in fractions of seconds if you know how to type in the right thing. And this is just something that is making it that much easier because it can look through the entire internet way faster than a person can.
Oh, no, like, when I say, like, when I put in a huge command, it's done writing this thing within 60 seconds. Like, it doesn't take, like, okay, like, loading, 5 minutes. Like, no, it's under a minute. There's everything you need.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's wild, but it's one of those things, too, that, like, I can understand why maybe, I can imagine that it could make people less intelligent in ways.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, why? I think people should really, you need to know how to, like, read and write. But it's not every single person's job in life to be able to write in an articulated way. Like, that's just not what some people are passionate about. And some people are really, really good and enjoy writing in a way that an AI, at least right now, probably can't compete with. I don't know, though, because I haven't used it. But my point being is just that this, in my mind, just allows for a freeing up of people to put their focus in other places besides having to write, whatever it may be. But in the same hand, if that means that people who don't deserve positions are getting positions because they're getting ChatGPT or GPT.
You can write. You can spit out like a whole resume. Like you make me a resume using all this information for this position, and it will spit it out.
I might use it.
Dude.
But
I'm trying to see if we can get on it right now.
It sounds pretty crazy because it's obviously just sort of like, I don't want to, it's not the first of its kind by any means, but it is something that is working pretty well for it to be as popular as it's gotten so quickly, considering that it wasn't really a thing, I don't think, at least not on my radar, 3 months ago.
Oh, really? I got it about... yeah, I would say it was about, October and November is when I started hearing about that.
Let's call it 6 months.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been out for, a couple months now. But I'm trying to download it right now.
Is it just an app you can download?
I'm online, but maybe there is
I don't know.
an app you can buy. But like, what's like I'm trying to think what's a question we would be able to ask it.
It answers questions like that.
I mean, it can answer like anything. I feel like, or most commands. I just asked just for the help to see what happened. I said, "What are some good podcast topics?" Because we're on a podcast, and I said, "Please give me 10." And it says true crime, mystery, personal development, self-improvement, social culture, technology, science, news, current events, business, entrepreneurship, history, biology, health, wellness, relationship or dating, comedy, entertainment. There's like, I guess that's more like the 3 types.
We talk about all those things here.
But it starts off by saying before that list says, good podcast topics are subjective and can vary depending on the audience, but some popular broad topics include that. Ultimately, the best choice is best to choose a topic that you're passionate about and knowledgeable, as will make it more engaging for your audience. That's what you just told me. I just said.
Yeah.
Tell me some topics.
That's so interesting. You just like, it's so funny. I don't know why I just thought about this, but you just like look into that and you find out that there's like 40,000 Indians sitting in a little warehouse, like taking responses. They have. That was a joke. In case people didn't realize, I just think customer service.
So I just typed. I said, tell me a funny joke in one sentence, and it writes, why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because I don't know.
Because they make everything up.
Yeah. I know.
Now, is that an original joke? Probably not.
No.
It's definitely not, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just interesting what it can do.
Can you ask it what its favorite video game is? Does it have opinions?
I don't think so. It shouldn't.
I see.
But yeah.
I could see how you could use that for a lot of different things to be helpful and reduce the time that you spend on them.
Sure.
Dude, I think that, like, I'm thinking about, like, for a teacher, to make tests, because...
Oh, yeah, well, that's what it said online. Online, it was saying, I typed in, like, ChatGPT, like, ways to use it in school. And it said for teachers, like, by putting their whole study guides and, like, curriculum into it, and then saying, like, please create, 10 multiple choice questions, A through D, using like this, and this spits out 10. They could be like, give me a prompt or a question, an open-ended question for one of these things. Like, you can make a whole test. Yeah,
that's what I mean, because like like I said, I can see how it can make, like, for example, a student who maybe is going to use it to create a essay or something or another that they didn't actually do succeed in a way that might be outperforming their actual potential. But I also can see, like, for example, what we were just talking about with teachers. Like, I know that there are people out there that are teaching that really are not good at writing tests, or don't actually write tests themselves in general, because it's easier to just copy what somebody else, or whatever the book's test, whatever the teacher's copy of the unit's test is, and it's very generic. Whereas you could use this and have your own inputs put in that are the things that you're teaching about. So, like, for example, I don't know if you remember, but when you're in school, math is one of the examples that comes to my mind. You don't always learn every single section in the chapter. You have, like, you might learn chapter 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.6, 1.7, and 1.8. You might skip somewhere in the middle, and there might be all the way up to 1.12.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
And you don't learn them all. And the thing is when you as a teacher get the book's test, it usually has all those, and then you have to go through and make sure that
It's false selections in there.
yeah,
You learn,
or
yeah.
just getting the ones from the test. But if you could instead just use the book for the things that you're going to use it for, have, like, I don't know if you could do this, but if it was talking about you had to have a test on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, you could give it, like, let's say you were doing, since you're doing all of those things, you might be doing addition that's like 42 plus 84, and maybe 4 times 6, and things like that, and put in so that it has similar difficulty of addition problems that you put in, similar difficulty of the subtraction problems that you put in, and then click it to make a test.
Yeah.
And it can produce it. And then it's going to, then you have a test that you can use from year to year. Instead of having to sit there and actually make it yourself, you can get a 40 question quiz done in 5 minutes if you could type it in.
Type it in, like I said, or if you can get all your textbooks, stuff like that online, then you just copy and paste it into ChatGPT.
That's it, yeah.
But
yeah.
So the last thing I just typed in to see what would happen is I gave the example of book report.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, the book that came to mind really quick was
Lord of the Rings.
No, Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and
So I said write me 1,000-word essay on Pride and Prejudice. Well, on the book Pride and Prejudice. And it's currently just typing away.
That's hilarious.
So, and obviously, I don't want to bore the crowd here, but it just starts off. Pride and Prejudice is a classic novel written by Jane something, first published 1831. Novels follows the life and relationship of the Bennet family, particularly the elder sisters, Elizabeth and Jane. They have a negative and complexity of love and marriage in early 19th century England. Novel set in time when marriage was not based on love, but rather financial security and status.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just going in. And I read it, and then it literally, and I said, write book report, and it ends with the last paragraph saying, in conclusion, Pride and Prejudice is a masterpiece of English literature that is renowned for its insightful commentary on society and memorable characters.
Yeah.
It starts with the last paragraph saying, in conclusion, is that just spitting out?
Yeah. No.
So I just wrote a 1,000-word essay on Pride and Prejudice. I can turn into my teacher right now.
It is kind of interesting though, because imagine if you did read the book, and you could say with an emphasis on these points.
You could do that,
and it'll make that much better.
Yes,
and
the more you put into your prompt, the better. And you can also, and it's a chat. I can respond back to that and just literally say, can you make it 2,000 words and focusing on the development of this character and this character? Like I said, you not have to rewrite the prompt.
Yeah.
It'll do it.
Dang.
It knows the conversation that you've had.
Yeah. Wow.
Crazy. It's wild.
I'm gonna make a Substack. You know what Substack? So Substack is a website, I believe. It might be an app as well, but nowadays most every website is an app in some sort. Where you can subscribe to different people and get a daily, weekly, monthly newsletter for whatever fee they want to charge, and they can let it be free. They can charge $1. They can charge $50, and you can. It's almost like Patreon in that way, where you can probably have a scale too, but it's for writing. So instead of somebody working for the New York Times writing articles, they would have a Substack where they can reach all the same people, but charge them $1 and get paid $1 million if they're reaching 1 million people that they were reaching at the New York Times. But instead of getting paid $150,000 at the New York Times, they can make $1 million and do it all themselves anyway. And I just imagine starting a Substack where you charge $1. You put some prompts in about some things you want to talk about. And it's all there. Go. And then you just post it every day. You can have an article written in minutes.
So
You can brush your teeth.
I also
and
just
have a
realized too, like I was thinking for me, classic would be, let's say I did do that, the book report thing, send it to the teacher. If I wasn't already using ChatGPT in the beginning, she's gonna know, like, this isn't Benton, like, there's no grammatical errors. Well, I just asked it, like, write me a sentence with one grammatical error in there, and it says me and my friends going to the store. And that's like what it gave me. So I could have said like Pride and Prejudice with 10 with 10 grammatical errors within it. So pretty much I'm saying I'm getting a B. Turn it. Or like one word misspelled.
Dude, imagine.
2 grammatical errors, 1 misspelling.
You write a rough draft. Well, dang, that sucks that time.
You can also I saw online, like I said, you could write your whole paper like a good little person, and then throw it all in the ChatGPT. Like, please read this essay and fix any grammatical like errors, or make this better, and it'll do it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's wild.
That is wild.
We could spend a whole podcast on this. But,
yeah, we definitely could.
So I know we talked about it last time. New Harry Potter game is out. Came out today. Super excited about it.
I was going to ask, did you play it yet?
Not yet. I'm going to play it after this.
Are you taking off work? Or
no. But I'll get into that. I'll get into like a little bit of that. But I downloaded it yesterday. It was like 75 gigabytes, whatever. Game. It took 11 hours because my fucking Wi-Fi is trash. It's so bad. I honestly, I think like this weekend or one of these weekends, I'm gonna look at like where my like router modem
Do you use
is.
Cox?
Oh yeah, that's all I have. It's the only thing I have to use.
Well, real quick before we jump into all this,
Yeah.
somebody was telling me, and I don't know how good it is for your area here, but T-Mobile has $50 a month flat, like no fee. It's $50 for the internet, and I think it's 5G though. But they use it like as their they do a lot of like meeting clients at their own homes, and they literally provide their own internet for $50. And they say that they get.
Do I have to be on my phone T-Mobile?
No,
okay.
I don't think so. And they say that they get. It's basically just a hotspot.
I fucking hate Cox.
They say they get like, and depending on where they're at, like when they were at their office, they were getting 400
megabyte
download.
The MPS, whatever.
Yeah, download.
What?
Typically, they get anywhere from 100 to 250.
Okay, so
just about everywhere they go.
I pay for 150 megabyte, whatever.
Yeah.
Speed.
Download.
Yeah, download speed. I get 15.
That's horrible. Because I ran it today, and I get 50 at my house, I think, and I'm like,
I'm gonna call the internet people. I'm like, I'm paying for 150, and I get literally the 15. Like,
and you pay more than $50.
Oh, I pay. It's $74.
I think we pay $100.
Yeah, I'm the like one tier above
trash
baseline like dial-up. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm fucking over. But also, I'm gonna look into if I can get everything just like hardwired. If I can hardwire my Xbox in there, hardwire my laptop like there, like get my TVs hardwired, like see how much that would be, or if I can do something like that myself, like if it's possible. But
anyway,
I digress.
11 hours.
11 hours it took to download. Fucking got it. Playing it tonight. Just gonna do the intro. Can't stay up all night, but it's gonna be fun. It's a little story with that that I wish would have happened this week, but not really. Joke. So last week we shot a podcast on Monday. You don't know any of this, I don't think. Well,
I have. I sort of know a little. Well, okay. I only know one thing.
I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, you did know?
Sort of. I just saw that you were in the back of a car.
So.
Looking like death.
So, yeah. We shot the podcast last week on Monday. It was great. I made some pot roast. It's all good. You had to buy the pot roast. Grace had the pot roast. I had the pot roast. That was Monday night. I wake up Tuesday morning, 2 a.m. Really bad stomach pain, like really, really bad. And I was like, I think I just gotta go throw up. I threw up a lot because that's reflux. Usually it's like one trig, like done little thing. Get the top layer off is what I say. It's easy. So I did that, threw up, felt great afterwards. Went back to bed. Woke up an hour later, stomach pain was back and worse. I was like, fuck. Go back, throw up, a lot more this time. Feel okay. Wake up at like 4 in the morning. Pain's like really, really bad. So I'm like, and then that's when I get to the toilet and I don't come back from the toilet. Like, I stay at the toilet and I just throw up every single thing I have. And I throw up from 4 till 8 for 4 hours. Every 30 minutes to an hour. I'm just throwing up. Chill sweats, throwing up. Stomach pain's like intense. I'm like, fuck, like, it must have been like maybe it was something I ate. Like, you were fine, Grace was fine. Like, it wasn't that. Like, it couldn't be that because no one's sick. We all ate the same thing. So I'm like dying. I'm getting progressively worse. It gets to the point where every like 30 minutes I'm throwing up just bile, spit.
It's gonna say nothing.
Literally nothing.
Just dry,
nothing. Whatever is
yellow acid.
Yeah. Oh no, I completely burned, tore my throat because I was throwing up so much. I threw up all the way till noon. Finally, I was like, because last time I threw up was at noon. Went to the doctors at 11:30 to try to see what the fuck was like going on. They were like, you're just too dehydrated now. Like, you're in too much pain for us to help. You're too dehydrated. You gotta go to the hospital. Like, you have to get an IV because they would try to get that. I literally had like one sip of water. 5 minutes later, throw it all up.
Yeah.
So my body was not retaining it. Didn't want anything. Go to the hospital. Get an IV in me. Get morphine because my body's.
He's got a drip.
I got the drip. Let me tell you, that shit is fucking good. I can get a bag of that. Ooh, man.
I'd be an addict in no time.
I would be every morning. Just get a little bump of that. That's the good shit. Fuck cocaine, heroin. Get me the morphine. They give me nausea medicine as well. That like really, really helps. And then just regular like IV bags. I sucked down 3 IV bags in 1 hour. My body was, it just took it all.
Give me it.
Took it all. They're like, damn, you were really dehydrated. You just took all that.
Yeah, I've been throwing up for 12 hours now.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, he was like, you like, go pee. Obviously, my pee's like fucking black. And he's like, yeah, you're really dehydrated. Like, how much water do you usually drink in a day? I'm like, I usually drink at least a gallon to a gallon and a half. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I drink at minimum 2 of these a day, and this is 64. JK, yeah, this is 64 ounces.
A gallon.
So it's half gallon. So I drank 2 of these.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a third one in there. So a gallon and a half.
Yeah. I need to buy one of them because my water bottle broke.
Oh, God.
Accepting donations.
But that happened. So I get in there. First off, so I'm not going to tell the whole story, but get to the hospital. They get me back into a bed. They do all the IV morphine stuff. I'm in bed for 30 minutes. They come back. They're like, hey, we don't have enough beds, so we need you to go back to the waiting room. I'm like, okay. I'm like butt naked in a gown. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go back out into the waiting room, like everybody else, like tons of people. It's like so loud. I'm like holding my IV bag like on like the cane thing, you know. I'm like miserable.
Your ass was hanging out.
Oh yeah,
you're just doing...
yeah. So sit in the chair for 2 hours because we have to wait to get a CT scan. Is like what they want to do next. 2 hours go by, get my CT scan. Takes like 10 minutes. Takes 3 hours to get my results. So I have to sit in the waiting room
5 hours
for another 3 hours. And I'm in like bad pain. The only reason I started spiraling. I started freaking out because I thought we weren't going to leave. Because as soon as I done the CT scan, I was starting to feel like semi better because obviously the morphine. But I was like, we did the scan. I was like, how long is it going to take though? It's probably going to take like 3 hours to get your scans back. I want to go home. Like I'm fucking done. Like I got enough fluids in me to last. I think I'll be okay. But Aunt Cat was like, no, like, we need to stay here because
your mom was there.
Yeah, because if we stay there and we get the results, then they can give you prescriptions. Like they can give you drugs. It's like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to fucking stay here for 3 hours. I can't. I was going insane. So I kept on having to get more doses of morphine just to keep me fucking.
He was doing it on purpose.
Just keep me fucking keeled, like relaxed, and also made me really sleepy, which helped. Like every dosage I'd get would put me out for like an hour, so that really really helped. If I was awake the whole time, just sitting in a chair, not comfortable chair, butt naked, pretty much in a gown, cold, everyone's screaming around you. Grace.
What hospital were you at?
Norfolk General. Oh, it was bad. Grace comes over. She like tried to talk to me. Like, she's like, "You doing good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She like talks like another second. I'm like, "Can you just go? Can you fucking walk away from me?" She's like, "Yeah, sorry. I just want to talk." I don't want to talk. Like, I don't want to talk. Like, she's like, "I'm just bored." I'm like, "You think I'm not fucking bored? I don't want to talk to you."
Oh my gosh.
And oh man. I was like, yeah, I was getting tense when they coming up with morphine. I was like, I don't feel good. I'm fucking achy. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything for you. Like,
I can't do anything for myself.
Yeah, get the fuck away from me. Literally, finally get called back. They're like, yeah, your stomach is inflamed. And your small intestine is like super inflamed. Something's going on. They're like, what is it? Like, could be a virus. Could be Crohn's disease. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but probably not. Oh, okay, so nothing. He's like, yeah. I'll write you a prescription for some nausea medicine. You'll hold that for a while. I'll give you this liquid stuff to heal your throat because like I said, I burned it and then I tore my esophagus a little bit just from throwing up, so it kept spitting like a little bit of like blood. And then I'll give you some Percocets. I was like, okay.
Can I get some Molly with that?
I was like, okay, great, Percocet. So I can finally go home, get the stuff, but my pain is like manageable now. I'm like, I don't want to take Percocet. Like,
morphine or nothing.
I don't feel like getting addicted right now. But it was funny getting a prescription. Percocet cost $1.89 for 15 pills. $1.89 for 15 pills of Percocet. My acid reflux medicine that I take on the regular, I got 30 pills. That was $50. And I was like, I feel like there's something wrong here. Like, why is this costing so little, but just heartburn medicine costs more? What? I didn't like that. But anyhow,
Red flag.
That was a red flag for me. So I didn't take any of the Percocet. I just took like some Tylenol. Like, that kept the pain at bay enough. And I took the nausea medicine. Like, for a couple days, that kept me at bay, and then the liquid medicine's helping the throat. But I said in, I think, a later podcast, trying to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, just fucking die or whatever happened to me, because I lost like 8-10 pounds. Like, whoa, vamonos.
Vamonos.
Gone. Just like that. I'm sure, obviously, I'm going to gain it back. But
who knows?
I'm trying not to. But I was on a strictly like liquid diet of applesauce, toast.
Yeah.
I'd have like 4 little cups of applesauce a day and 2 pieces of toast. That was it.
Jeez.
That was for like 4 days straight. But anywho, tying this back into also with Harry Potter was I kind of wish I would have got sick instead of last week. This week, where I would have gone to the hospital today. And then been able to play a video game Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the whole weekend.
Off last week.
Because I was off all last week. Now, granted, I was in bed like the whole fucking time.
But you
on Wednesday and Thursday, I was pretty miserable and like kept on going in and out of sleep and like shivers and cold and like didn't feel good. But the video game was out. Maybe I could have mustered up the strength to come down here, play like a little bit. But yeah, hospital.
So what was the deal?
Don't know. They still have no idea. I have a appointment next Thursday to go get scoped, like all the way down again. I get that done in like 3 years, so it'll time anyway to do it because it's been 3 years. So they're gonna scope it down, check it out, see if it's there.
Might have Crohn's disease.
Might have Crohn's disease. Might have cancer. Might have an ulcer. Might have just been a virus. They said and it's gone. Fuck. But my problem is, and this is not the first time I've gone to the hospital because I've kept throwing up and I couldn't stop and I had to get an IV. I do have a problem when I do get sick, and if it's a nausea, sickness, like throwing up, I do have a problem with I can't stop throwing up. Like my body like won't let me. I'll get into the point where I get like in gagging spells.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking
can't
about.
stop.
I've been that drunk.
Yeah, but I blew my lower back out from throwing up.
Dang.
Yeah. It was
Blew
rough.
the back out. That's horrible.
Blew her back out, baby. But yeah, so other than that, it was great. It was a great last week. Who would have thought? Look at me.
You look 10 pounds lighter.
10 pounds lighter, man. 10 more and we're good. Like,
dang.
but yeah,
Excited for Harry Potter.
aside from Harry Potter, switch it over to you. Happy 2-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary.
Congrats, Christian and Sarah. That's hype.
2 years.
2 years. How'd you do it?
I mean, we just, loved each other.
Damn.
We
That's wild.
worked together as a team.
Really?
Yeah.
Grace and I are 7 months. Whew.
Yeah, but you guys have been together for longer than that in terms of not
Yeah, or I
marriage.
guess you could say we've been together for like almost 10 years.
Which is a long time.
You could put it that way. Well, I guess we've been over 9.5.
9.5.
Almost 9.5.
But yeah, so Sarah and I, didn't really even start talking or dating until we didn't start dating until 2019 December.
Yeah.
1st. Actually, yeah, that was 2019. Okay, I get dates mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, it hadn't
Good
been,
times.
But no, it's been an incredible 2 years. I mean, we went and saw. We went and stayed in Farmville.
Why Farmville? Was that because y'all went there last time, or for
Yeah, so we
honeymoon
went
stuff?
there right after we got married.
Okay.
Mainly because we didn't really have anything else that we were able to do because of COVID. It was February 6th, 2021, and
True.
basically
You're still in the heat of COVID, where like the church
we were in the second wave.
You're right.
So like we didn't even have anybody at our wedding in the church.
Yeah, we were outside.
Our groomsmen and bridesmaids met us outside as a surprise, which was nice.
Oh, you didn't know we were doing that?
No,
Oh, really? I didn't.
I don't think so.
I thought you knew we were gonna be there.
No.
Well, I was gonna fucking miss it.
Benton's like, I was going with
I was gonna come to the door and be like, "Kick me out."
Which is funny, looking back on it, man. I still get pretty frustrated on all that because I'm like, the whole time I'm very pissed off about the entire thing. I'm sure we can go back and find video clips of me being pissed off.
Sure.
But anyway, so we went to there because Sarah just looked up on Airbnb,
Was it near Hampton,
Airbnb.
Sydney? Like Farmville?
It's really close to, like, it's
Longwood?
literally in Farmville, yeah. So, like, Longwood is
Okay.
in Farmville.
Yeah.
And this place is, like, a 5-minute drive
Nice.
from Farmville.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. She just looked up Airbnbs with hot tubs in 2021. So
Nice.
we went there, and then we went there last year, and this is the third time going. And it's right on a trail to the High Bridge monument, if you will. It's like a Virginia historic
Cool.
thing, and they were rebuilding it the first and second year that we went. So this was the first year that we got to go and walk to it. And you can follow Sarah on TikTok. You probably saw a little TikTok of our trip. It was great. But there was the High Bridge in that TikTok, and it was just like, it was interesting because, I mean, obviously I'm sort of weird. I was like reading about its history and whatnot on the little plaques.
Yes.
And apparently it was built at first just as a railroad
Makes sense.
crossing across this 100,
Big ravine.
yeah, basically. And there was a like walk where people could walk,
Mm-hmm.
and then there underneath is where like carriages, I guess, could go.
Cool.
And so like horses and whatnot. But they were talking about also like in Civil War. It was where like General Lee was retreating, and the Confederates tried to burn it down. But I guess the Union soldiers made it across before it got burned down, so they ended up like, I don't know, catching them or something like that. But it was interesting. But yeah, that was like it said when we mapped it online that it was like a 2.5 miles from the cabin we were staying at, but we walked it pretty fast. I mean, granted, I don't know why. This calf doesn't hurt at all. This calf, so sore.
Really?
Yeah, and I walk in the same that I walk all the time. I walk at work, like, all the time. I work on a 20-acre farm.
Just pulled something.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, it's still sore. And we just did that
Got the massage gun, man.
Monday.
Get the massage gun.
I know, I need to. But yeah, it was a good time. We basically, what sort of sucks is we always end up going on like Saturday, then we stay Sunday, and I think last year we left Monday. I don't think we stayed that long. And then our first year, I think we ended up going on maybe like a Thursday to Sunday or something. But everything is closed Sunday and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So like we got there Saturday, probably around 3. And we, looking back on it, probably should have gone like to all the shops and things like that, because then literally just about everything shop-wise is closed Sunday and Monday. And it opens back up Tuesday, and we were supposed to stay until today. We ended up leaving last night after we had like dinner. So we came back and we were back by 10 o'clock.
Oh, damn.
Because like we were, first off, I mean, like, it's in the middle of the woods, and like,
Does she not have school?
she took off. But it's, I mean, it's in the country, like it's dark, and you know,
Spooky.
you start watching Pretty Little Liars, and you're like, people are coming after people.
Trees are
You're
moving
like,
out
what
of
the
here.
heck? So basically, after we finished up with dinner, I'm looking at the clock. It's like,
We can make it out.
yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6:15 or something. I'm like, if we go home or go back to the cabin and pack up everything right now, like, we can be home by 10 o'clock. Like,
Fuck it.
that, I mean, what all we were gonna do is wake up tomorrow morning at like like we were planning on leaving it, trying to leave by 7 or 8, and I'm like, I mean, we're not gonna do anything here for the rest of the time, and
Let's go.
yeah. So
No, I feel you. That's smart.
and I actually prefer driving at night.
Yeah, you do.
During that time, because there's nobody on the road, and we took like the back roads, so it's pitch black, and like I love just. It was a good time.
No, I know exactly.
Sarah was like, "Oh God, oh God,
oh my God."
But
oh, that's good.
yeah, no, it was good, and like I said, it was. We both. Sarah was like, she wanted to go, and like then I suggested it, and then she was like, "Well, are you sure?" And I'm like, "Well, like I said to you just now, like I would rather drive at night,
Like, what else are we gonna do tonight? I mean, like,
we were gonna watch a movie and that was it, but then we could go home and sleep in and be home."
Yeah.
So
Does she have off day also?
She could have gone back to school, but yeah, she had off today.
Yeah.
anyway.
So like, she had a whole day off at home,
Yeah.
which is better than getting like kind of a half day at home, where she was able to wake up at home and or sleep in her own bed that night, and then get up and do whatever she needs around the house.
The bed sucked, and the pillows were even worse.
Ugh.
So my neck is even.
You don't bring your own pillows when you go places, man.
I should. I always forget.
I bring
always
one.
Forget.
Bring one pillow. It's my go-to. Keep it in the same pillowcase. Yeah.
I need it.
Taking that
I
back.
have we have like so many pillows too.
Yeah, man.
So many. But yeah. But it was a great time. You know.
Do it.
2 years. If I had
Any advice?
the only advice is.
What's your
yourself.
secret? What's
Be
your
yourself.
secret? Be yourself. Fuck that.
No matter how hard it is.
Oh my God.
Just be yourself.
Ugh.
Say things that are absurd. No.
Got that one covered.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think I have any special advice. I think we just. I would say that something that, helps me, I don't know if this is true for Sarah, but it's just like, no, I'm trying to think like how I can put it into words. It's
Date your wife.
Date your wife. I don't do that very well. Like, and that's, I think, sort of.
Gotta keep dating your wife, man. Gotta keep dating.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do.
Every like relationship advice like guy I ever see is like what he says. I'm like, ugh. Okay.
I understand now. I don't think I understood that
Really?
until recently. I understand it a little better. But I was just gonna say, like, something like for me that I enjoy, I guess would be a better way to put it, is just like the day that I get lost in the day to day, and I enjoy that. Whereas, like you're saying, date your wife. Like that's probably the best advice. I do agree with that.
Boo!
Now that I think about it,
Fucking boo!
I know that is a boo.
Hell no!
It is so true, though. It's so true. I gotta be better at that.
Well, you heard it there. You heard it there first from a trusted 2-year veteran.
Trusted 2-year veteran. I don't care if you're on year 2 or year 52. Date your wife.
Or don't. I don't give a shit.
Communication.
Yeah, communication. Literally, talk about anything. Talk about everything.
Jesus holds our bond together.
Literally, bring up anything. Talk about it all.
Yeah.
Don't leave anything off the table.
Make sure to lie.
I don't know.
I mean, don't lie.
I only lie when it's important. To surprise her with a gift. I'm actually, I don't even do that. I don't even surprise her anymore. She's like, why don't you surprise me? I don't like lying to you. We really had a big thing together to go to that escape room. And I was like, hey, just so you know, the big surprise, we're going to an escape room in a couple of days, but don't tell your friends. They don't know. I'm like, why'd you tell me? I'm like, I don't like lying to you.
I just can't lie to you.
She was, what do you like, that's not a lie? Like, nah, I don't care.
It's against my religion.
You never surprised me. I mean, you're right. Last surprise was your engagement. That's the last one you're ever going to get from me.
The next one will be my death.
That's right. Amen.
Surprise, I'm dead.
Well, anything else from trusted source, the relationship advice?
You know, just find your soulmate. Follow your heart.
Oh, God. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for Season 3, Episode 4, Couch Surfing Podcast. We'll catch you all in the next episode where we have a special surprise. So tune in.
Peace.